Hey everybody, welcome back. Okay, let's get right into it. I'm going to look at the challenge cards first and then the advice. All right, this is beautiful. It is the challenge, but it's upright, so I feel good about that. It's the Two of Cups. So the challenge here is reciprocal emotional investment. It's like when you and the other person, whether it be romantic or platonic, like when you really feel like there's synergy, like there's partnership going on, like there's a reciprocity, and it is emotional. And we're getting that with the High Priestess in the reverse. I'm the voice of my soul, and my soul is a legacy of love. So yeah, love and emotional expression of love and believing in love, trusting in love, that's the challenge. Especially trusting, I'm hearing, because the High Priestess is all about intuitive knowing, like really trusting your intuition. And so if you've been struggling with that a bit, I feel like you get clearer signs than you realize. I mean, the Two of Cups is upright. So also I'm feeling like it's possible that there are other relationships in your life that are going well. You know what I mean? Like that are feeling mutual and reciprocal. But when it comes to intimate love, that's where you're struggling. What else? That's what I'm feeling. Okay. What's the advice? The advice is the saint of spoken words. Yeah, I feel like the advice is that you need to communicate more clearly what it is that you actually want. Every word I say becomes a prayer. I'm the author of my own story, and it's coming with the Ace of Swords upside down, which I'm going to clarify. But it feels like maybe for the advice, there's been a lack of clarity, especially if it has to do, I think it has to do with your love life. I'm going to roll with that since that's what's on the card. So when it comes to your intimate world, I feel like the struggle has been to really share what it is that you're actually feeling emotionally, not coming from like insecurity and self-defense and sort of like masking your actual feelings to keep yourself safe or to like avoid being rejected or abandoned, but really truly put your cards on the table, put your heart on your sleeve, lay it all on the line. It's the scariest thing that any of us can do, is to truly put your heart out there and be like, this is what I desire, this is what I actually want. I'm not going to like tone it down or try to like play it off like I don't want what I actually want and try to diminish it, and like so that maybe they'll say yes if I don't ask for as much as I actually want. For example, you want like I don't know, I'm just gonna say, like, let's say a monogamous relationship. It's not too much to ask. If that's what you desire, that's what you desire. What you don't want to do in that case, for example, is try to convince somebody to do something that they don't want to do. If you're chasing a person around, for example, I'm just using this because it does happen a lot where people get involved with people that are unavailable and then like make it their mission to get this unavailable person to choose them. My love, there's better ways to use your energy. It is a trauma response. It is an internal subconscious pattern going on there of wanting to be chosen by somebody who's like not wanting to choose. But if somebody doesn't want that, then it's not your mission to get them to choose that. It's your responsibility to honor where people are actually at. And if it's disappointing, it's okay. But you don't stand there and torture yourself with a person that doesn't want the same things that you want. You honor that you don't want the same things, and perhaps you keep it moving. Perhaps you move forward. And you're like, okay, I'm not going to try and force you to do something you don't want to do. I'm going to go be available for a person that actually wants what I want genuinely, where I don't have to like convince them or try to force them. Or maybe it's some other thing that you want in intimacy that you're feeling isn't as accessible as you'd like it to be. So whatever that quality is or the experience that you'd like to be having, the only way that you're going to actually get it is if you claim it fully within yourself and really honor that that is what you want, and don't settle for less than what you actually desire. But then you have to like hold up your end of the bargain by embodying the energy that you want to receive from somebody. Like if you want unconditional love, but you're being stingy and transactional with your affection, don't be shocked when someone's also bargaining with you. Do you know what I mean? Or only giving when they're getting what they want. So you've got to really take, I feel, a closer look into or maybe you need to be the one that goes first. Like you're wanting so badly for somebody to like be vulnerable with you, but you just refuse to put yourself out there and stay open. You'll do it for a minute and then you withdraw, or you do it and then you contract. I get it. It does feel safer to do that, but then no one's going, like you might have to go first in the sense of if you want it from someone else, but you refuse to do it consistently, that is your work to do. And that's true for a lot of people. They want this like they want to be cherished, they want to be adored, they want to be chosen, but they won't be vulnerable. They won't be, like, I see this a lot. You know, I work with women and men, but I definitely feel like I see this pattern a lot, like with women, where they want a man that's going to like really open up to them and be really honest and transparent and forthcoming about his feelings and even like pursue her in a really confident way. But the woman on the other side of things is being super closed off, really like conditional, manipulative, almost in a covert way, where it's like, I'm only gonna show a little bit and he has to like chase me and chase me and chase me and prove it and prove it and prove that he's into me. And it's like, no, like that's exhausting for the man. I understand it's nice to be pursued by a man who's confident, who's like, I want you, I'm coming to get you. That's hot. But you have to be a woman that creates the environment for that to happen. You have to be the woman that not only invites that energy from a man who's like taking charge in his life, but then you have to keep your heart open and stop shutting down and being prickly porcupine and whatever, sending daggers or running away, withdrawing and hiding the second you start to feel exposed. But that's a practice, because your nervous system's going to be like, what the fuck am I doing staying out here and vulnerable? I need to go protect myself. But the point is, in love, you don't need to protect you don't need to protect yourself. Like, that's coming from your fear, it's coming from your ego, it's coming from like the part of your mind that isn't used to a relationship that's like emotionally regulated and healthy and safe. You have to create that environment for those types of relationships to flourish. But people don't see their own behavior that clearly. Like, we all have blind spots. Okay, so let's just clarify the Ace of Swords here. But right away I feel the reason why things haven't been as clear as you want them to be is because part of you being vulnerable and trusting in love is communicating directly what you actually want. And being really clear, because again, what happens? Well, you put yourself at risk of being rejected or of somebody saying no. But if you never ask for what you really want, then you're not going to get it. It's pretty unlikely. So if that's why you've been frustrated, the advice is that you need to communicate more clearly and really stay with it. You know what I mean? Like, if you ask for something, but then you're not getting immediately what you want, and then you're retracting or you're changing your mind, then you're part of the problem. We really have to own our shit. I know it's not easy, but trust me, it gets so much better when you do. Let's just clarify this Ace of Swords. Why is this here as the advice in reverse? Yeah, the defensiveness. Look at this. This came in the reverse, 9 of Wands. He's standing here. This guy's been through a battle, or many. He's got like a bloody head and a bandage on it. He's side-eyeing somebody, kind of looking paranoid, like, who's going to come and hurt me next? Again, this level of paranoia or defensiveness, always being on guard, it's sad, right? I understand. Like, when you've been through a lot of shitty situations or a lot of shitty relationships or dysfunctional relationships or relationships, again, that don't feel safe or secure, where you're always like walking on eggshells or defending yourself and on guard, like, eventually it programs in your mind that that's what love is, that love is unsafe, that love is like a place where you have to constantly be on the lookout for somebody that's going to stab you in the back or deceive you or betray you. Now, some of that can be your own projections, because you've deceived people or hurt people or lied or been whatever, manipulative. So you're just assuming everyone's going to do that too, which is not true. It's not. But if that's been your experience, you got to honor your experience and understand, okay, this was my story before, but it's saying you can write a new story. You don't have to attach to the narrative that love hurts or love is pain or everyone's out to get me, or if I open myself up again to love, I'm definitely going to be disappointed because someone's definitely going to come in with an agenda and then sneak attack. You know what I mean? Like, that's trauma talking. That's your trauma talking. That's like past hurts talking, but it's not the truth of love. There's a much higher truth and a much healthier experience that you can have. But again, you have to become the person that invites healthy, reciprocal, mature, communicative, conscious love. Be what you want to receive. Become that person. You're going to become a magnet for those qualities. But you can't be out here demanding it from the universe when you're not doing your part. So yeah, since this is in the reverse, I'm feeling like it's really important to notice the stories that you're holding on to as a form of self-protection that are repelling the love that you actually want. And just remember, they're stories. You don't have to hook into them. You don't have to get attached to them. You don't have to believe them. It's just it's like a game that your mind is playing with you, and you have to reprogram your mind with the stories that you actually want to experience, with the experiences that you do want. This is what I help you do with meditation. Come and join the Underground, my new membership. The applications are open right now because we're starting July 2nd. So applications close on the 26th of next week. Then enrollment will be open for 72 hours starting on the 29th of June. And then it closes on the 1st of July. And then 2nd of July is when the portal will open and all the material will be out for the month. And then we just get it rolling. So I'm really excited. But you'll have a meditation practice every month with an intentional theme of the month. So there's more included. You can check out the page for all the details and lots of testimonials of people that have been working with me and having really good results. Even just 30 days of this is like powerful when you commit to it. So you have to be the one to like rewire your brain. You know what I mean? Nobody's like rewire my brain. Yes, you literally have to plant the seeds of what it is that you want to experience through mind, body, speech, through your thoughts, through your speech, and through your actions. That's how you create new karma, according to Buddhism. So let's just get, yeah, the Empress and the Queen of Wands, love that. And then Death card is under there. There's a huge transformation happening, but I wanted to just get, for the advice, one more message. This is the ultimate divine feminine embodiment. So if you're a woman, this is goals. This is like radiance, magnetism, creativity, passion, sexual energy, healthy, eros, like that type of vibration with the Empress. Being that true embodiment of unconditional love, fertility, even if that's just creatively, nurturing, compassion, like a mother energy, but a healthy mother. You're reparenting yourself. You're also like remothering yourself in many cases, whether you're a man or a woman or whatever your gender is. Like, this is a really important part of your path right now when it comes to intimacy. So if you did have like a distorted relationship with a mother figure, or you've had a lot of issues with women in this life, or you struggle with your own feminine energy, like your own emotions, your intuition, your body, the relationship you have with those things. This is what's coming up for healing. And the only way to heal it is to just start to do things differently, one step at a time. But again, get support. If you struggle doing it alone, come into a community of people that are doing it successfully, like in my membership. Come on in. I would love to have you. So let's just get one oracle card to finish. What do we need to know, Spirit? One final message here. One final message. What do we need to know? Lilith. Ooh, I love it. I mean, Lilith is a baddie. Lilith is like the wild feminine. But the wild feminine is only dangerous to people who are afraid of power, of their own power, you know, that can't be controlled. But let's see what it says in the book, because I'm not sure, because she looks almost like she's in the Garden of Eden here. Remember, she was cast out in the original story. Let's see what it says, Lilith. It says, liberate yourself from the antiquated notions placed upon you by society. Expectations and shame can only be placed upon you if you allow it. Yeah, it says, it was said that when Adam desired subservience from her, she was ruthless in her defiance. Why should she be subservient when she was created as an equal? In some versions of the story, she fled from the Garden of Eden. Other versions claim she was expelled. Either way, she never returned, and she was replaced by Adam's wife, Eve. But she symbolizes liberation for the feminine, unafraid to start again and leave everything behind out of total assurance of one's birthright to power and her place in the world. That's it. It's like, where are you keeping yourself small? Where are you holding yourself back from living your life as a totally empowered being, whether you're a man or a woman? A powerful way to liberate yourself is to become aware of the usage of the word should. Should be doing this, should be doing that. It can be loaded with burden and falsified requirements. Also, ask yourself why you feel the energy of should instead of want. Is it because you think you have to do this thing, whatever it is, because of societal norms? Or is it something that you genuinely want for yourself in your life? You're the only person who can allow an expectation to be put on you. Nobody can expect you to behave a certain way unless you allow it. That's right. The greatest form of liberating yourself is to make a conscious effort not to abandon yourself. If someone doesn't choose you, it's always an opportunity to choose yourself. Return to you and you'll find freedom. Wow. See what I'm saying? You have to choose yourself. You have to be the one that's like, I choose me. I choose the life I want to live. I decide what it is that I truly desire, and you can do that in a loving way. You don't have to be bitchy about it. You don't have to be bitter. You don't have to convince anyone, particularly if you are chasing a person that may not want the same thing as you. It's okay. You don't have to crucify that person either. Let people live their lives. If they don't want the same things as you, take the loss, embrace it, be like, okay, this isn't working out, but it's not working out because it's not the thing that I actually wanted anyway. I'm just saying that might be what's happening right now, and it's okay. You have to stop punishing people for wanting something different than you if you're feeling rejected. You're chasing that because there's a part of you that needed that rejection to wake up. You needed that lesson for some reason. Because you stop chasing things that hurt you when you don't need the lesson anymore. You do. You start attracting things that you actually want. But again, you have to claim the things that you actually want. The reciprocity, the respect, to be chosen. You have to choose yourself. You really do. You really do. I'm telling you from experience, you have to really choose you. Because that is magnetic. That's what draws people in truly, where you're not trying to convince them or manipulate them or threaten them to be chosen. You don't need to do that, you guys. That's crazy town. That's like distorted energy dysfunction. Trying to twist someone's arm to be chosen is unnecessary, and it's just not the way if you want a healthy relationship. But again, you're healing some deeply embedded feminine patterns here, and you're rewriting your love story. And that is beautiful. And you should feel good about that, because this is not the easiest work to do. It's shadow work, but when you do it, you're going to reap the benefits, and then you're going to be like, thank God I had the courage to face these fears and these insecurities and the ways that you do engage in dysfunctional behavior, so that you can stop repeating it. And then you start to live a really beautiful life where you're like, this is fucking awesome, but you did it, you earned it, you created that. So I'll leave you guys with that. As I said, the applications are open for the underground, my new membership. I'm calling it the underground because what we're doing inside is not mainstream. It is not new age fluff. It is not love and light only. We are using Tibetan Buddhism, those types of meditation and tools and philosophy. We're getting into some shadow stuff for sure. It's a place where the shadow and the taboo is just as welcome as love and light. I do both. We do paradox in there, okay? It's a little bit more advanced, a little bit more nuanced. It's not just for beginners, so there is a short application. It's like 5 questions. It's not long. Just enough to qualify, to make sure it's the right space for you. And the applications are closing out next Thursday, the 26th of June. So get your application in so that you can lock in the founding members rate, because it's going to go up. I'm closing enrollment after this first initial period, and next time I open the doors, which will be a little bit later this year, the rate will be higher for the monthly investment. So it's $69 as a founding member. Obviously. All right, I love you guys. Link for that is below. Otherwise, I will see you on the next one.